What's up guys, this is Ginger, and today I want to talk to you guys about why I think now is the best time to get into Melee. This might be my most important video I've ever made, so let's get right into it, okay? So you might think that because you've seen the same 4 or 5 people in winter semis of every tournament for like the last 5 years that you can't achieve the same thing, but I'm here to tell you that you can. So one of the reasons why I think that you guys are able to achieve this, even though these people have so much more experience over you, is because we have so many resources available to us now. I even just made a list here. I'm going to quickly list them off. We'll go into them in a second. But we have 20XX, we have Uncle Punch Mod, we have Netplay, we have mentors and streamers who you can ask questions to. There are plentiful VODs, so you see every single high-level set that has happened for the last, I don't know, 5 years or so. And there's also money in tournaments now. So there's a large enough community at the point where you can go to your locals, you can actually achieve these things and make money off of doing it. And so let's just talk about these a little bit. So first of all, you have 20XX, right? Now, 20XX allows you to break down everything that you do frame by frame. You can record it, you can watch it back, you know how precise you're being, you know where all the little holes in your game are, and you can fix those on the spot, right? You can just break those down, practice them over and over again. This is a tool that we never had. These are the types of tools that M2K, Armada, Mango, PP, these people never had this type of thing back when they were on the come up, right? Same thing with Uncle Punch Mod. Obviously an amazing practice mod for the game that allows you to achieve some of the greatest tech skill in the shortest amount of time. And with mentors and streamers, there are so many people who have already achieved so much in the game that are willing to help you learn. This is one of the most important things that I talk about when a new person asks me how they should be getting better at the game. I always say that you can literally just go on Smashboards right now. Any of you watching this, you can go on Smashboards right now to the Falco discussion thread. Maybe I'll even link in the description. You can go ask PPMD a question, one of the gods of the game, one of the most knowledgeable people in the entire world about the game, and he will answer it. You can ask any question, I swear, and he answers it with such detail, and he's just there to help you guys out. Same thing with me. I have a stream all the time. You guys can just pop in, ask me a question. Same thing with Squid. Squid has an Ask FM on his Twitter. You guys can ask him anything. He's incredibly responsive, writes out giant paragraphs for people, and these are the type of resources, again, that people just didn't have back in the day. So regardless of whether or not you're seeing those same 4 or 5 people that are in winter semis of every tournament, these people spent 8 of their years practicing. Mango just recently said that he's been playing competitively for 12 years, right? I would say that 8 of those years were spent very inefficiently, right? He didn't have any of these practice mods. He would just go over to Joey's house and he would just, practice and hope to get better. You know, they'd figure stuff out slowly. You watch some VODs, there's some combo videos that maybe you take some inspiration from, but all in all, it's like you don't really have anybody to copy. There were no VODs. Maybe there were like VODs of Genesis, maybe the largest tournaments out there. We can literally watch VODs from every single local right now. If you want to take inspiration from Kalindi, you can just go watch the UMeme VODs, right, which are just the locals that happen in Michigan. Every single local scene, and especially every single national, now has a streamer, and they upload their VODs to YouTube. You can check them all out. Even on my YouTube channel, you can check it out. I also have analysis videos that you can just go and watch and learn from. Again, these are just resources that people did not have back in the day. And so the other thing that I want to talk about is your formula for achieving goals. And this is motivation plus a process will help you achieve your goal, right? And to break that down, a process is a combination of time and focused effort. And then motivations change for everybody, right? One of my motivations while I was on the come up was just that I wanted to beat everybody in my path. I wanted to prove that I was better through my gameplay, right? In that moment, it didn't matter, you know, who was doing better in school or who was more attractive. I wanted to prove that in the game, I can achieve something, and I want to be better than the person sitting across from me, and I just wanted to just destroy them, right? It was that feeling of wanting to win that was just so motivating for me. And then when I would lose, it was also motivating me, right? Because I was able to turn that salt into motivation and practice, which is something that a lot of people need to get better at. But motivations can lie anywhere. Maybe you want to, you know, make your family proud. Maybe you want to make a lot of money, you know. Maybe you want to get on a sponsored team. Really, there's a million different motivations that you can choose from, and there's always something out there that resonates with everybody, and usually some of those will correspond to getting better at Melee. Now, part of this is that you have to be honest with yourself. You're never going to be able to achieve your goals if you're lying about what you need to work on. This is one of the most important things because I spent so much time when I was in college. I would practice for like 4 hours a day, and I would practice the things that I was good at, right? I would practice quite a few hours on shield dropping, right? And at the time, I eventually got good at shield dropping after like a month. And then, 5 months in, I'm still practicing my shield drops. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to practice those things and reinforce the muscle memory that you're learning, right? But you also need to work on the things that you're bad at. You need to be honest with yourself. It's not fun to be honest with yourself, but being uncomfortable is a really important part of growth, which is one of the most important things you can do if you're committing yourself to a process. And the other thing, the thing that's tied to this, is that the more streamlined your process is, the less time you have to commit, which goes back to that formula, right? Which is motivation plus a process will help you achieve your goals. A great example of this is Mewtwo, who over the years has now achieved quite a bit, but you can actually go and you can even just Google it. It's the M2K frame data dump. He spent so much time, right? Not focused time, not time spent efficiently, but he spent so much time just researching so much about the game, using pause buffers and stuff. We could literally figure this stuff out in 5 seconds using 20XX. He probably spent 100 hours on that one list of the frame dump, at least 100 hours, figuring all of that stuff out, right? And now we have so much more resources to help us streamline our practice, so you don't have to commit as much time if you want to get good at the game. A prime example of this is, I have actually been playing the game competitively since I was 8 years old. I was able to wave dash, I was able to pillar combo, L cancel, do all that stuff with Falco by the time I was 9. And I played up until Brawl came out. Kind of a small history of how long I've been playing, but now I've been back in the scene for like 5.5 years, taking it seriously in today's meta, right? And I haven't done an amazing job of utilizing all of these resources, but somebody that has only been playing for 2 years, Zamu, a Fox player, which is one of my best matchups, actually beat me at a national and then again at a regional. This person has been playing for a maximum of 3 years now and already has beaten somebody that's been playing competitively and it's known about the competitive scene for at least, 14 years or something. So it just goes to show that with all these new resources, and if you take advantage of them, and if you have that fire, if you find your motivation, you can commit yourself to these resources and make a process out of it, and you can achieve those goals. You can truly be the best in the world at this game, and there is no better time than now to get into it. There are so many motivated people. Even Project Slippy, something I didn't even mention, on your net play sets, you can record those and focus on how many openings per kill you had, what you edge guarded with, what move you killed with the most, and alter those things if you want, and see how it kind of plays around in your game. You can send an analysis to me, and I can look at it for you. There's so many different resources that you guys have out there that I really want you guys to believe in yourselves and have hope. And the reason why we're seeing, and this is kind of a hard thing to talk about, the reason why we're seeing a small dip in the amount of entrants at a lot of these nationals, for example, even just the Big House 7, which is what happened in 2017, had 1,500 entrants, and the Big House 8, which happened this year, had 1,000 entrants. There's a 500 entrants dip, and this is not to dig at the Big House at all, still an amazing tournament, but the reason why you're seeing less people enter these tournaments is because people don't have enough hope. People just don't have the hope that they can do well. People don't have hope that they can go deep into these tournaments. But if you have that type of hope, if you can commit yourself to these processes, if you have that motivation to get better, you can very easily, easier than ever, achieve your goals in the game. And that is the message of this video. I want you guys to believe in yourselves. I want you guys to commit yourselves to processes. I want you guys to really be introspective and figure out what motivates you and put yourself in a position where you can move forward with the game, right? Don't plateau. Keep your mind open, right? And don't get discouraged thinking that all these people have been playing for longer than you, because you can beat them. So keep that in mind, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my other content, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.